Okay. We just finished one session, so we want to be here on the time. So, today, let's see what we have. We have first, Miss Nada Ratkovic, IIU board member, country director, IIU Croatia, the president of Research Center IIU. Welcome you all to the fourth International Research Storytelling Conference 2023, the first, the day one, which is going to be to held today. And we will have at 11 another and at behind a month a third session. So the topic is storytelling as research, research as storytelling. And we know that the recent trends toward research storytelling is very important today for making any research, finding out what is known, what is not, and what we can develop further. So the role of storytelling is very vital, and IIU Research Center supports the existence of it in science, research, technology, innovation, and in all studies. Our lives are filled with storytelling. So researchers by heart always know and have a special story. So today, learn the art of storytelling to tell a research story, select, develop, figure, understand, ask, remember. First, select a meaningful story, develop your story, figure out the structure, understand how you are changed by the end, and ask yourself if you are ready to share the story. So let me introduce our organizer. International Internship University, a leading virtual education system and global brand confederation, which is the most valuable and trusted worldwide and well reputed in delivering innovative programs. It is globally trusted to the quality training programs committed to provide better and virtual education to all the young learners of the globe. IIU is metamorphosing the conventional education system by cutting down the additional costs, providing access to more than 1,000+ courses and internships to the e-learners across the globe with the help of its 1,000+ global educators. And in the short span of time, IIU has spread its wings in 195 countries, 6 continents, under the strong leadership of its visionary founder, Mr. Piyush Pandit Sir, a committed and inspiring social activist, a passionate educationist from the last 2 decades, providing education to students from various social and cultural backgrounds. The sky is the limit for his dedication and hard work. IIU Research Center is a unique hub. It is also establishment under the International Internship University. It is giving an opportunity to the researchers, authors, educators, students, scholars across the globe and enhances the research opportunities, academic excellence, real-world problem solving, knowledge creation, dissemination, and all. It is a high caliber global education team dedicated to that. So, me, Professor Nada Ratkovic, as a president of IIU Research Center, thinks if you have ever thought about how would be the world without education, research, science, innovation, technology, or any development of anything, then the IIU Research Center is the right place for you. At IIU Research Center, we have so many investigations, and it is always beginning when we want to develop something new, contribute to the generalizable knowledge in our education as the best and reliable way. But today, after stimulating creativity to learners, we are continuing with a great story. I have in this new year 2 amazing guests. I'm really honored. I'm really happy because how your year start, it will be the whole year. And my year will start great and already start because with me today, I have an amazing HE ambassador Professor Dr. Queen Elizabeth Lucas Afoil, an inspirational speaker, a global advisor, a youth mentor and entrepreneur, a woman with heart, a woman with multi-skilled and gifted talents, writer, publisher, award winner, author of Yes You Can and many other books, a co-author. She's the global queen of inspiration, author of greatness, woman of wisdom. She has so many degrees, bachelor degrees, business management at the University of United Kingdom, Nottingham. She has so many diplomas, certificates from various universities, including international diploma in educational leadership. She's a strong, great, big leader, and it comes from the United States of America. Dr. Elizabeth Lucas is also the mindset and transformation coach, relationship and family mentor. She has so many honorary, also doctorate. She's a honorary awarded professor, counselor at International Internship University, honorary doctorate in psychology, counseling, professor doctorate for many institutions. She has been recognized for her contribution, humanity, community, so many awards, certificates of recognition. She is serving as a member of the boards of trustees, the boards of directors, the member of boards of advisory presidents, director, co-founder of so many organizations. She's working on national level, global level, for news, for ABC News, for NBC News, for Small Business Trendsetter magazines, magazines Victoria's, Powerhouse, University magazine, newspapers, radio, inspirational shows, and yes, you can, international, inspiring, empowering for mentoring youth, women, families, individually, locally, and international. And she is the convener and visionary of Yes You Can International Transformational Leadership Conference. You know, we just finished three amazing days on the topic relationships. What we say about the relationships, how can we interpret it? So we need to learn. We need to learn every day, and we are doing that. Before I call my beautiful Queen Elizabeth, I want to congratulate and send the greetings for all who are today celebrating the Christmas. Have a merry and blessed Christmas today with your family. So the time comes to call my first amazing guests. So let me see, let me call amazing Dr. Queen Elizabeth. Please, Dr. Queen Elizabeth, enlighten us today here on this great IIU stage with your story. Welcome.
Thank you so much, Professor Dr. Nada Lakosi from Croatia, the president of Research Center of International Intensive University. I also want to acknowledge the founder, the great leader, my boss, Professor Sir Peshus Pandit, for giving me this opportunity to be on this platform. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much for being today with me, for being my first guest in the new year. I'm really happy. My heart is full of happiness, and today also I'm smiling, full of energy. I'm coming from the transformational conference from Yes You Can International. So today, please, our audience, be happy with us, because only we need to be ourselves and have a big smile. A big smile make us healthy. And then if we are healthy, we can do everything. So let's start. Let's start with our first question. Our great Dr. Queen Elizabeth had. If she start now, she will not finish. I think 365 days will not be enough to to us, but she will say what she has. So today is not the first contact with her in the IIU. She is our great, as I said, counselor here in IIU, and she will come again because today she will only give us a little of her life. So please, Dr. Queen, I already introduced you, but I want you to also introduce yourself to our audience.
Wow, you've already done all the long introduction. So what else do you want me to say about myself? Maybe you've already said it. But anyway, I want to say thank you so much for your great introduction. I humble myself in front of all our great leaders, all our audience and participants. Thank you for willing to listen to us today. And I believe I do not take anything for granted. Being on this platform, invited by a great leader, Professor Nada, and being on the great platform of IIU, I'm humbled, I'm honored, I'm grateful. Thank you so much. Yes, she wants me to say much about myself. She's already said it, but anyway, if I have to say anything else, I will just say I am proud to say I am an author of greatness, award-winning author of a book called Yes, You Can.
Wow.
Book. Okay. And the book can be grabbed. You can grab the book from www.amazon.co or www.amazon.co and UK. Right. Now, if I have to say anything else, I will start from my story because we are talking about storytelling. And I like this platform of Research Center because it will actually show us all how you can really, really research yourself. So since we are talking about research, let me say my own story is what I researched, and that is what I've written in my book called Yes, You Can. I'm a child, I'm a woman, I'm a lady, a child of God, and I know what it takes to stand in the public and be bold, be courageous, and know that I am who I am in Christ Jesus. Another thing I want to say today is the most important thing in life is to know who you are. Who are you? Your identity. Because if you feel that way and you know who you are, believe me, you will go far. You will be unstoppable. And then you will be happy for the rest of your life. So knowing who you are is very important. Like I just said to you, I'm proud to be a woman. I'm proud to be a wife. I'm proud to be a mother. I'm proud to be a writer. I'm proud to be a speaker. I'm also proud to be a human being. Okay, so when we say research, that is my story. I developed the habit of researching who I am. There are some steps that I used to take for me to know who I am. And I think I will share with you so that you too can take that steps. The first thing first, if you want to know who you are, you need to know your strength. You need to know your weakness. Because if you don't know your strength, you will think you are nothing in this world. if you don't know your strength, you will think that you are nobody, and you can put yourself down, or you can envy others, or copy others, or even competing with others. But if you know your strength, you discover your strength, you know what you are capable of doing, you know what your ability, then you can start off your journey. So knowing who you are is the most important thing. As we are talking about research, you can research also within yourself. What can I do best? What am I good at? What do I love doing? These are all the things that you need to research. You understand? What is my gift? Every one of us has a gift. Some people can talk, some people can write, some people can dance, some people can entertain, some people can teach, some people can analyze, some people can research more, like President Professor Dr. Nada. Some people can organize, and some people can establish a community or an organization that will impact into millions' lives, like Professor Sir Percy Pandit. So every one of us has a gift. And until we discover it, until we develop it, until we demonstrate it, we will just be frustrated. And we might be chasing what is not important. So knowing who you are, know your strength, know your gift, and know your gift, and develop your gift, demonstrate your gift. And that is what I have done in my book called Yes, You Can. Because for me to be bold enough to say yes to can't to somebody, I also need to do something. So I always say to myself, yes, I can do it, because my scripture says I can do all things through Christ who gives me strength. So wherever they have called me that I cannot achieve anything, I cannot amount to anything, I cannot pass, I cannot accept it, I cannot accept people, I cannot relate to people, or I cannot do something good, not to say something great. So when I discover myself, I turned the story around, and I started working and investing in myself, reading a lot. And that is why Yes, You Can is Yes, You Can. Dr. Elizabeth Lucas is Dr. Elizabeth Lucas. I think that is the introduction I can give so far.
Dr. Queen, you are really an inspiration. Your book, your writing, when someone see you, at the first time when I see our great Dr. Elizabeth, I said, oh my God, I'm really lucky to know this woman and to be with this great woman, because energy, energy is around. And as she said, God, God is helping us in everything what we are doing. So we need to believe. We need to believe first in ourselves and reading. And then if we read a lot, we will get more and more inspiration to write. That is a practice. Maybe first time when you write something, you will not be satisfied. But writing, reading, writing, reading, that is a process. That is a process. And if you give yourself in that what you are doing, that will be a great result. So that is why our books of Dr. Queen are so inspirative. And from where, Dr. Queen,
Yes.
you are an inspiration to all of us. From where you are getting that inspiration, and how you are sharing that positive energy, that positive mindset.
Wow. How and where? My first inspiration will come from God Almighty. I remember when I was very, very young, in the age of 15 or 14 years old, when everything around me looks dark, when there seems to be no way, and I can't see anyone loving me, accepting me, and respecting me. The only person I can turn to is God. Because if God can accept you, it doesn't matter who else will accept you out there. So I get closer to God, reading my Bible, praying every day, but with one question: I want to be loved, and I want to love others. And the relationship with God inspires me to want to love myself and also to love others. The scripture says, love your neighbor as yourself. So if you don't love yourself, you cannot love others. And the only way for you to love yourself is to love God you are serving and build your relationship. So that was the first thing first that inspires me. And then the second thing that inspires me is when I now started to discover who Elizabeth is, knowing her closely, and then studying her. That inspires me to say that it doesn't matter the opinion of others. You can turn their opinions to favor you. And it doesn't matter if they say you can't. You have the ability to say to yourself and to act on it that we can. And then I started writing all the things that they said I can't do. I wrote it in a list. And I said, that is the assignment. That is the research that I need to do. That is the assignment for me to turn all these things around. So when they say you can't go to school, for a long time, up till at the age of 30-something, I didn't go to school. I didn't, because I tried it to pass and I didn't pass and I failed. And a human being can easily give up on you, but you don't give up on yourself. So when I started looking at all these lists, it inspires me that that is the assignment I've been called to do, to change my stories around and to reach out to others out there to say to them, yes, they can, and yes, they can. So that's what inspires me. And like any other researcher that will research and compile all their findings together and collate it and then write it, for people to see all the findings of their research. I want to say this is my personal findings of my own research of my life. So that also inspires me. So I wrote the book in 2028, published it in 2028 and 2018, sorry.
Okay.
And 2018. And after that book, and I started sharing about this book, written about building relationship, earning more money, and be an happier you. And then it's attracted so many people, and the doors were opening one by one for me to come and share my stories. And that is where Yes You Can International was established.
I think we need to give a big, big, big clap to you. Big clap, because to be inspired, that is that because We need to know how to. Uh, it needs to get out of us, our feelings, our sense, everything. So if we are closed, if we only do it for ourselves, if we don't share it, we cannot write nothing more. So we need to get it out from, push it out from us. And amazing. I like this book. I like this story. This is really very, very, and this is motivated. When you see that someone writes this, do the great things, it inspires you, motivated to do by yourself. So, Dr. Queen, great, 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 great. Our audience are very, very satisfied. And thank you, great audience, for being with us, with this amazing with this amazing woman today. Okay,
I want to quickly add it to it because just to crown about, just to add to it as an author of this great book. And also, I would like to share with you one of the great leader in the world. Ambassador Endroda Senna is an entrepreneur, Bob Proctor consultant, the international speaker and author, also Unstoppable. This is what he wrote for at the back of my book. He said, do you want to learn from the best? A person who tells you what to do, or a person who is doing it and speak from their experiences? That is why any person committed to reaching the best version the Creator wants them to be would benefit from reading Yes, You Can. Elizabeth Lucas Afolalu speaks from a commitment to scripture and a wealth of experience with a message that grips the heart, penetrating yet practical. It beckons everyone to boldly embrace the call to action as a witness of the power of God. This book brings a fresh perspective to the greatest mission of all. The world needs this message, and every person needs to read this book. Thank you so much.
thank you. Thank you so much. I'm also thanking our great audience for being with us and listening. I sometimes I don't have words to express what I feel when I listen our great Dr. Queen. But let's move a little forward. So I have more questions. Let us see this. Uh, Professor Dr. Queen, what you do and your organization, what is the vision, mission, and the goal of your organization where you are working?
Okay. This organization is not the first and it will not be the last that I'm organizing. I've been in business for 30 to 40 years doing other businesses, and I own about six shops in United Kingdom with gifts, with training, with personalized gifts, promotional items. So I have so many businesses. But then there was a time I need to do a U-turn. Immediately I wrote the book. It changed my life completely. It changed the way I do things completely. So when I wrote the book, Yes, You Can, building deeper relationship, earn more money, and be an happier you, I took it as that is the message to the world, because every one of us want to build our relationship. Every one of us want to make money or build wealth. And every one of us wants to be happy, want to be ourselves and be happy. So with that inspiration, I established Yes You Can International. Yes You Can International is an organization registered as a private organization in United Kingdom. What do? We have 4 blueprints, and that is time. You will know that we all talk about time. Time is everything. If you want to change, there must be time. You have to respect the time. If you want to improve, you have to respect the time. So time is the blueprint of Yes You Can International. Time is also the summary of our vision, our mission, and our goals. Now, what is that time? T-I-M-E. T stands for transformation, transforming our lives, transforming our relationship, transforming our career, our professions, transforming our leadership, our business, transforming everything in our lives, transforming the situation, because you have the ability to turn your situation around, transforming the world because you can make a change in this world, transforming others because you can give them the chance to transform their lives. So the first one is T, transformation. The second one is I, inspiration. As you have already known, I'm an inspirational lady, queen of inspiration. I inspire, and I've been inspiring people right from when I was 10 years old. I inspire the young, old, and little ones, because I know that they can do it, because I know they can overcome, because I know that they can win, because I know that they can achieve. So I want the power to come within them to know that yes, they can, and yes, we can, and yes, you can. So inspirational is I. E-M-M stands for mentorship. Like I mentor the youth and the youth leaders. I also mentor in the areas of relationship and family. So M is for mentoring. And the last one is power, empower. Empower them to do something. Don't just inspire them, but give them the tools, give them the opportunity, give them the platform to exercise the gift, the skills, and the talent that they have. So the last one is empowerment. So that summarizes the mission, the vision, and the goals of Yes You Can International.
Right. And that is, as you say, not the first business and not the last business. Yes, we know that, and we are sure in that. Amazing. Dr. Queen, you are a big leader. So, how or what is your leadership style? Do you learn it alone or somebody trained you? Who trained you?
Right. Let me also draw your attention to our Lord God Almighty, because I received the divine training from him directly. He's been training me right from the time when I was very young, when I said I needed guidance. So he will whisper to me, or he will speak to me through my dreams, or he will speak to me through his words, or he will speak to me through people. That's the first teacher, the great teacher. My second teacher is my parents. they gave birth to me. When you are given birth, the only first people you see are your mom and your dad. So you watch them and then they speak to you. They teach you so many things. So they are great teachers. They are my first teacher, my mentor, and my coach. Then the next one is my pastor. The pastor that I've been under his ministry for 32 years, Pastor Matthew Ashimono. So I've learned a lot under his ministry. He is a great shepherd, and I am a humble disciple. The next one is my husband of 31 years together. He is,
31
he,
years.
he is my coach, my teacher, my brother, my king, my love, my everything. He is my supporter, he is my encourager. So not that I am alone, but I've got great, great teachers. So when we now talk about all this internal, we talk about the external leaders that are training me. Some of them, I've met them several times personally, and some of them through their books and resources. So if I want to mention them, we'll be here a whole day. So I have great. One of them is actually one of your vice chancellor.
Oh, Professor Charles.
Professor Charles
Charles, our
Ivory
vice chancellor.
is also one of my mentors, and Dr. TPS and others. I also have some few that I'm still learning from their books and resources. And we talk about the Les Brown. We talk about other people out there. And guess what? Apart from that, there are some books that are also teaching me in one way or the other. Books from great, great leaders. Leaders from like President of America, head of states of United Kingdom, our late Queen Elizabeth. I spent time to read their book, to watch them. So I've got a lot of great teachers that teach me to the level I am today. And then the question that you ask me again is, what kind or what style of leadership am I?
Style?
I believe the style, maybe you haven't reasoned with what I've been saying. My style is transformational leadership.
Yes.
I believe that we can work together. I believe that one cannot be an island. And I believe that the tree cannot be a forest. We have great, great leaders all over the world. Being a mother, you are a leader. Being an educator, you are a leader. Being even a nurse in the hospital, you are a leader, or even a doctor. So we are all leaders, and we have different kinds of leaders. But my own style is, come on, let's work it together to make a change in this world. As a transformational leader, you don't stop. You keep learning. You keep getting yourself better. So when people see me in the media or something, I'm also learning every day. I read books. My shelf is full of books. My life is full of books. So I read a lot from people because I want to get better. Look at it this way. It's about give and take. When you pour out what you have and share to the world, you also need to refill the tank for you to be able to give. So as I am giving, I'm also receiving. Yeah. So that is why transformational leadership, that I call myself.
Yes, and I'm sure that that transformational leadership is helping you to overcome in your company the leadership. So I'm sure that you are an amazing manager for your employees in your organization. I feel that
Mm.
because you understand them, their needs, and how to motivate them and how to empower them to work more. Am I right?
Yes, you are right, because we are all human beings. We should not forget that.
Yes,
We are all human beings and we are one in the sight of God.
yes,
So when you are a leader, yes, you can be intelligent, you must have experienced a lot and gone through all these educational steps, career. You can, you've read how to do this, how to meet this. At the end of it all, the other side of it, that is the structural side. But the other side is being a human, that you are dealing with human being. And believe it or not, that if you don't try to understand the people working with you, you yourself can be struggle, and they might not be quality in your delivery. So you have to treat them as human beings. You also have to respect them, because everyone deserves respect. Because you are their boss doesn't mean you can boss them. You just have to encourage them to develop themselves, because we are human beings. So I have to give them their chance. I have to respect their time. I have to respect their situation. I have to respect that they are like me. We are one. When we bring out titles or positions, we are together. So why don't we work as a team together? And whatever you do, you want your followers or your leaders to learn from you. So you have to be an example. If you treat others bad, they will also carry on treating other people bad. But if you start respecting them and making them to feel, yes, I am somebody, when they are going on their own way, they will also respect others. So whatever you deliver or you show them, they will grab it and then they use it. And when it comes to working together, you want to create an environment of happiness, an environment of peace, an environment of relaxation, environment where they belong, so that they won't say, oh, yes, you can is only for Dr. Elizabeth.
yes,
But
they
they
trust
want to,
you and with trust,
yeah,
they trust.
exactly. So I want them to look at it as if whatever they're doing, they're not doing for me. They're doing it for themselves, for their future.
Yes. We have here, Dr. Queen, we have our listeners, watchers. I see one question. Our respected Medcat, he's always with us. He asks how to motivate this youth to read. They don't like reading. How to motivate the youth? Because the youth are the technology generation. They don't like reading a lot. So let's
Mm.
answer him the question.
Okay, they don't want to read. You know why? Because of everything that's surrounding them. I was joking yesterday on our platform and I said, gonna do this when I first entered this country, United Kingdom. You enter the train, you greet one another, everybody's sitting down, and then there's a particular free newspaper in the train that everybody is free. So everybody can pick it up and read. But guess what is happening now? Everything is done to these gadgets. So everybody's on the phone, playing
Yes,
games,
yes,
watching
everyone
this.
has it in their hand. Yes, and that is a problem today. They are on the phone, and people forget to communicate. They
Exactly.
don't spend the time with the friends, even not with the relatives, the aunts,
Mm,
uncles, families. So they move into their self. They have their life. I can say a very very life isolated life, so that
yeah,
is not
yeah.
good. That is
So
not.
to encourage them, one of the things we do in Yes You Can International to really encourage them to read is bring them closer and empower them. And then tell them to do something, give them an assignment to do. The same phone that they're using to text, to play game, they can still use the same phone to read, because you can read so many audiobooks. You can listen, you can read now. So you can also use that one to encourage them to read. You can use the same thing. You can create like a book club where they can read together, share what they've learned to motivate them to read. But at the same time, we authors should be thinking of how to deliver our message in a creative way. We need to make our message interactive way, because youth of these days, they don't care. They can't sit down for a long period to be reading books, unless if they determine. But when we turn it to interactive, we creative in whatever we are presenting to them to read, then they will read. And then we need to encourage them. Tell them the truth about reading. Tell them the benefits of reading. Encourage them. We can't force them. We can't change them, but we can inspire them. So we just keep on saying that this book, give them the book that is attractive, that they can learn, the books that they can reason with, not. And then this time, I know that in the olden days you have to write books and books, no pictures, no color. But now we are in a modern situation. We are in a modern world, in a technology. So if we can have some interactive like cartoon or like other things to add to the book for them to involve, then reading books will be better for them.
Yes, yes, absolutely true.
I hope I answered the question.
Yes,
You just need
I
to,
hope
to
also.
motivate. Yes.
Where thanks for your comprehensive answer. Thank you, respected Sir Medcat, for asking. You be free, all can ask. We are following you, the questions. Thank you so much. Let's move a little to the social media. Now we are on Facebook. Dr. Queen, you are very active in the social media and you are doing research presentations abroad. So, can you share to us the experience? What is the experience? I
Experience
will
of,
just open the lights in my room.
okay, experience of being active on social media.
And you are sharing your research presentations. PJ, today you are my guest today, IIU's guest. So, what is your experience? What do you think about that? Is it important to go and deliver the speeches for and presentations about your work, about researches, about new topics, about new technologies and new techniques of writing, researching abroad?
Okay, right. First of all, I want to appreciate those that are introducing social media to us. We have millions of social media platforms, although I won't be able
Yes.
to be using them all, but at
Yes,
least the one you
Facebook,
use.
Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, so
No,
many news, and
uh,
now also
if
modern technology, metaverse, everything.
it's just too many out
Yes.
there. But the most important thing I will say about the social media is there is both the disadvantages and the advantages of it, of social media. When I first started social media, about maybe about more than 10 years ago, I only just want to put a, a positive words across for people to meet the people at their very moment of their situation. So I started with inspirational quotes. So inspiring, even if it's just 4 lines, just to let them know that they are not alone. And I believe that any message that I put on my social media will touch, even if it is only 1 or 2 person out there. So that is how I started about more than 10 years ago. But then as a writer, I then gained my energy of writing, which I can't stop. I write and write and write, inspiring people, and people are responding and say, oh no, the words just said, I needed it at that time. Some people say, even if they're looking for somebody to inspire them for that day, they know where to go. Elizabeth Lucas or Elizabeth Lucas second. They know that every single word will touch their lives, will inspire them, will motivate them. And that is how I end up with social media. But with social media as well, we have all these kinds of disadvantages. For example, if you spend a long time on any social media, you need to check your health out because it's not good. So you need to balance. The reason why I am now more efficient on social media was down to the time of the COVID pandemic. I used to travel a lot for seminars, for conferences before this pandemic. And sometimes all my weekends, always busy. Sometimes I have to go on Friday to come back on Sunday evenings. And when this COVID of lock everybody indoors, then the opportunity came that we have to make use of the Zoom. Professor Nagda, you will be surprised that I started using the Zoom meeting just during the COVID. I never been on any Zoom before the COVID.
No problem, because you have your organization. All communication was going by the phone, by the
Yes,
emails, and going in live, traveling today in United Kingdom, tomorrow in Germany, Italy, France. So
yeah,
the COVID makes that. The COVID changes.
changes
So
us.
what will I say? I also am not. I'm active on the social medias now is 2 years. I 2 years that I have the Facebook because I didn't want to be a part of this. But when the COVID started, we needed to cooperate. We needed
Yes,
to communicate, collaborate, and that is why NADA is on the global level. I didn't use the Facebook. I was in my country, in Croatia. I had in Europe. We have so many projects, e-twinning, Erasmus. We do that by the mail, by using e-twinning platforms. We have some different platforms, and I didn't need it really, the Facebook. But when this started, we were always researching, discovering for new
Yes.
techniques, for new programs. So it was a necessity. I was always thinking maybe somebody in India or on Philippines or is making something better. I need to find that. So
Yeah.
that is the way how we start, and I'm really happy. I'm really happy.
Yeah. I'm really happy too because I've gained a lot from, for example, if there is no this social media, I wouldn't be meeting IIU or
Yes,
even knowing who
we didn't meet. Yes,
professor, because I might not have that opportunity yet to travel to Croatia and start looking for Professor Nada, or going to India, but this social media has really brought us together on
yes,
one
we are
platform.
close to each other.
Exactly.
Yes, close to
Exactly.
each
And
other.
and and we are learning from one another, because sometimes I turn my social media as a training ground, because there will always be something that somebody will say somewhere that I needed at that time to improve myself. So it's also a place of training. And guess what? Just as Persu Pandit has established this IIU platform, it gives millions of people to willing to learn free of charge. So social
Yes,
media, there is a
yes,
lot that we can gain from it. The other time, I even brush up, I said I need to know more about mentorship. And I was part of it for 3 days, learning on mentorship program. So if there's no social media, the opportunity might not be there. And another thing is that you can even study at your right space. You understand? You can learn things at your right space. You can meet people at your right space. And another benefit as well of using the social media, I spend a lot of money for accommodation. When you travel, you have to spend money on accommodation, spend
yes,
money on tickets,
yes. And it
spend
is
money.
very expensive.
Exactly. And not even that, even time.
Yes,
The time
time is a problem.
consuming.
Yes,
Yeah, that you have to travel to where you are going for that conference. And you understand. So there's a lot of benefits
yes,
that we gain. It's just unfortunate that some people still want to abuse the use of social media.
yes,
But then we will not stop. You know why? Because we are the light in the darkness. And the darkness, we always comprehend and the light, sorry, the light, we always comprehend the darkness. So no matter the darkness, how big the darkness and other things, all these dubious, the fraudulence, we will always rise above them, because the power of positivity, the power of possibility, the power of I can do it, you can do it, we can do it, the power of collaboration, the power of communities together, and the power of relationship will make us to rise above all this negativity and all these fraudulence and bad people that are messing up the social media.
yes. And now I'm reading the comments. I agree. The social media makes us a global village. I always say that we are now a global village. We are all together. And maybe we can say that 500,000 people, but maybe 500 is okay number to say that we are really closely. Other maybe we meet once, maybe at 6 months or at a year. But this is really, I can say this is very necessary for us, and this is important. This is really important. And when we say about our Sir Piyush Pandit, I need to discover a little secret. Our Sir Piyush Pandit is also a great writer. He's an
Wow.
author. He is
Mhm.
writing also an amazing books. So
That's great.
also, please discover our great Dr. Elizabeth on the Amazon.com. Also try to find the books of our Sir Piyush Pandit. I hope he not hear me now, but I'm not, this is not a promotion. This is really something great because people need to read more books, and everything from every sentence you can learn something new. You can learn something new. Social medias, yes, and we, as you said, Dr. Quinn, we really need to be a little careful because it has an influence on the health, and we need to have a balance. We need to have a balance. How much time to spend on the Facebook, on the Twitter, and on the other. But I can say, how can we be on the social media if we are working whole day? So, but important is it is not okay if we are friends. And like example, Dr. Elizabeth posted something very and I don't like that. So why are we then friends? We need to like to our friends. One like is very important. Am I right, Dr. Queen? Because you are showing on that way the respect to your friend. So if you don't think that that person is your friend, you move it because we have so many followers, we have so many people who are, like, by the way, like friends, but they are only monitoring your work. But that is also great. Let them, you are inspiring them with your work. Am I right, Dr. Elizabeth? Because why they only want to see what you are doing. I think that today each one person needs to think first on their self and then share that what they know to others, because we are sharing. We are sharing every day. Every day, I will repeat again, in the morning was a big conference, transformation leadership conference from Dr. Elizabeth, where there are so many great eminent speakers, leaders, educators, entrepreneurs, and they were sharing. And that is our mission. That is our vision if we want to be successful. And we need to, now at the beginning of this year, we really need to think about that. Help. Help is necessary. If you need help, ask the help. If you can help, help your neighbor, help your friend, help your student, help everybody, because how you are doing, it will return to you. So I always say, I wish you all, I wish to myself. Dr. Elizabeth, you are amazing. I can listen you whole day. Today is Saturday, and people will say, why are they now having conferences? Why these stories? Why this? But this is really, really very important. Uh, and let's see, what, oh yes, I have a special question. Dr. Queen, if you have given a chance to speak in United Nations Assembly, like example, in New York City, what will you say? Because our great Dr. Elizabeth is working a lot. She's a social activist. She's empowering women, empowering youth, entrepreneurs. So, what will you say?
If I were to be given a chance to speak in a United Kingdom Assembly in New York City on education, good question. What will I say? First of all, I would like to congratulate all our educators around the world. Well done for the great jobs you're doing in the terms of teachers, lecturers, professors, doctors, coach, mentors, even our parents. Everybody is teaching one way or the other. And then another thing is, just as one of our speakers have said before, that education is the key to the future. So we can't stop, but we can improve. In this 21st century, where we are now, we need to move the education further, make it more interactive. I mean, like you said before, like one of our audience asked the questions, how do you motivate our young ones to read? It's the same questions of how do we motivate them to study, to go to school? or to study. And I think International Intensive University has one skill, one answer to that question. Let education be free for all. Let's make sure in every corner of this world, either in the city or in the village, urban area, rural area, in the Western world, Eastern world, where there is electricity and where there is no electricity, let's make education available for all. Let's also make sure that both male and female in every part of the world has a better chance of being educated. We need to educate everyone, educate our women, educate our children, and educate our youth. When we talk of education, then let us just broaden our mind, or limit our mind to just the subjects that will lead them to just be a worker. I mean, when I'm talking about, for example, don't let it just focus on just, you want to be a doctor, that is it. Focus on that alone. Let it be that integrated into other skills that they can develop around that career. So that it's not just going to be, well, I'm a lawyer, and that is it. No, you can be a lawyer, and at the same time, you can be an actress. You can be a fashion designer and still be a lawyer. So let us not limit that brain of our students to say, this is it. This is the curriculum. Our curriculum these days needs to be changed. There's some things that we neglect and think it is not worth teaching people. And that is also one of the things that I'm attracted to International Intensive University. It's not all about maths, English, literacy, or literature, or history, geography. It's also about moral values. We also need to be teaching them. We have to be part of the curriculum. Moral values, how they can handle criticism, how they can handle neglect or abandon or rejection. Even if it is possible from my own end, I want to stand to say in every schools, every universities, and every other educational sector there, please add relationship to your curriculum. It's very, very important, because relationship is the background, is the platform for people to exhibit or to demonstrate what they are learning. So let us add relationship to everything. Let us have relationship school, relationship class, curriculum for relationship, subject, relationship. Let's have it in all schools. It's very, very important. And the last one I will add to this, if I were given a chance to advise our United Nations, we need more funds into education. We need to put more funds into it so that we can accommodate more activities into the educational sector. And not only that, we don't want to depend on only the government. Individual also can contribute to the growth and promoting education to every human being. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, great Dr. Queen. Thank you for the great story. Thank you for, you see, you need to see our Facebook of IIU. I write, please ask the questions. They're so satisfied with the story. And now us join a gentleman. We get a gentleman now with us, Dr. Queen.
Yo, welcome again, Dr.
Come
Jacob.
again. Yes.
Where are we
Yes.
where are we getting the energy? Energy since morning. From one meeting to another meeting. You're
Yes.
welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Dr. Dragan, welcome. Let us first to say Happy Christmas. Our great
Thank
Dr.
you.
Dragan join us, even he has Christmas today. Thank you.
Happy Christmas.
Happy
I
Christmas.
hope
Thank you very
I
much.
hope you're enjoying the pudding, the turkey, the chicken with the family.
Yes. I need before I want to read some comments. Our great Ornella said, "In the community where I teach, I pray to God that we can teach face to face because not everyone has computers or phones to conduct online lessons." I know the situation is very hard. We have so many poverty around the world. We are doing what we can do, how much we can help. Here today, Dr. Queen Elizabeth now join Dr. Dragan. We are all big social activists working, helping. I can say hard for Africa, for everything for our country. And me, like an educator, when we start and when we go on the online virtual classes, you know what we do. We help our students. We help our students, the students who didn't have the laptops or mobiles. We buy them. We give them. So we have the subject called informatic. We have the classrooms with the computers. All the computers from the classrooms were given to the students. And what we are doing with this, if we want to help, we first ask what we need to send. Uh, what We have a priest, like example in Africa, we have a priest who is we call our priest Vieko. We ask him, priest Vieko, what we need to donate, what we need to send to the students. So I think that only on that way, asking what we need to help, we can do that. But I will say, yes, face to face, that is not the same feeling. When I see the face, when I see my student in live, I always feel and I always know, did he or she understand me? That is really the truth. But I want to say that we can thank God for this opportunity, because what if we didn't have this virtual education? The education would stop. Education was stopped that day when Corona started, but we never stopped. We continue and doing it. So I think that in each one corner of the world, there were education, maybe not the same quality, but it can be, because education, we need to, it is life learning, we need to learn every day. So we feel that on some generations that it has a big influence, this COVID. And also for us, people today are under stress, but we try and we are still doing the best. Dear Ornella, thank you. Thank you for writing that. Dr. Queen, thank you. Let's see what story will this gentleman uh, for us today say. First, let me introduce our great Doctor of Science, Dragan Jovanov. Dragan Jovanov is coming from Macedonia. where he is born. He is an organizer and participant in many prestigious seminars, international conferences, forums, public events, agronomics, academics, pieces of training, conferences, sports, activities, projects, great academic achievements, experience, and the appetite of innovation in that direction. Dr. Jovanov has won many diplomas, certificates, medals, social recognitions. He has received so many international awards, uh, more than 20. He's a supervisor in Edith Cowan University in Australia, specialized phytonutritionist and herbalist, winner of the plaque of the contribution in the House of Culture in Skopje, author of more than 60 published international papers, media recognizable person, author of more than 30 books, in addition to the specific work, an expert, renowned person, specific topic, price, scientific articles. He cooperates with so many international institutes in the field of medicine, nutrition, phytomedicine, phytotherapy. He teaches domestic and international forums, actively participates in international papers, congresses, in so many fields. He was in he for 3 years he is an assistant in the members of the Parliament of Republic of Macedonia, through the Assembly of the Republic, and Ministry of Environment. He's practicing, he's doing his best talks about a healthy life instilled. Dr. Dragan is very handsome. The woman loves him so much. You know why? You know why? Because I discovered that, Dr. Dragan, because you play basketball professionally, and you were on the university team, and women like a man like you. So healthy lifestyle, finding approach solution prevention, treating the health diseases, professional experience during the studies in the agriculture science, in the faculty of agriculture science at the food in Skopje, secretary of the faculty. So 2017, special advisor for environment, 2018, he's a full member in the Club of Innovative Minds in European Academy 2020, scientific society based in Bitola, Macedonia, European Academy of Science 2021, the president of the Youth 2022. Dr. Dragan, for you, very successful, I see. You are here, I can say you are our country director of Macedonia in International Internship University, but here I see that you are an international professor at Wisdom University. So, so many things I say about you. And I will repeat again, dear our queen, the woman all loves Dr. Dragan. First I will start from social media. Dr. Dragan, post one thing all women like in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. You need 5 minutes. Dr. Dragan has 100. So, and almost woman. So that is very, very interesting. But but today I will not talk about the woman. And yes, love, woman, beauty, lifestyle, health, and etc. We want our great Dr. Dragan to share his story. So I want to first start with the question, and it is, in your 14 years of career, what is the most challenging phase that you faced in your professional life?
Hello everyone, thank you Bernarda, thank you for all your words. I'm honored.
I think, Dr. Elizabeth, I think that we confuse him with his beauty now.
First questions. I
Don't
speak.
worry, don't worry. You are okay. You are safe. Relax, no problem.
Uh, this short life story is a real one that will awaken the power for you. My mother was in poor health, and the day came when she said the doctors were leaving the office. Then I think the sky and the earth are merged. If I did not know where I am, we all had them at home. It did not work. I was scared. I will come. No, then we are down. We will finish work after 10 hours. A difficult operation. What the doctors did, but it turned out that they made a big mistake. That mistake cost her a life. When the day come for New Year, 2009, we were preparing with the thought that it would be better. I was at the store and suddenly my phone ring. My father, Dragan, what are you doing? Nothing. I am getting ready to come to hospital. My father is silent of the phone. Dad, tell me what's going on. Dragan, you are my mother dead. The next day, January 1st, was the funeral. I was so revolted and nervous that I could not reconcile for many years after her death. I entered the couple, stood by and told, Mom, please wake up, get up. And then I finally gathered strength and went to her, to the coffin, and how approached her to see her was very beautiful. It was not noticed that she died from something. She was dressed study. She looks like an angel. I finally stood next to her and I said, thank you for all. I become this fullnet by classical medicine and big to research phytomedicine, phytotherapy and phytonutrition. Scientifically, for a long time after my mother death, I could not recover emotionally. I was getting better. I started helping people. I started healing them. The feeling was wonderful. My soul was broken by it. By helping people, I think that the part by part, the pain I had due to the death of my mother was healed. In 14 years old, I have cured, helped, and advised over 13,000 people from 2002 to 2023. I put everything, I researched everything, I learned it on paper. As a person who was very persistent and too dedicated to science, I dedicated to transfer my knowledge to educate children and adults. I was on the TV screen every day about how people can protect their health with the gift of nature. I wrote papers, books. I wrote in magazines, newspapers, magazines in Macedonia and Balkans, Europe, in the world. By the way, but I wanted to succeed. I wanted to be best young scientist in the field in working. And there's always I won the world thousand of awards, medals, trophies, and etc. Perseverance requires working on yourself. Success does not consist in avoiding problems, in consistent perseverance, working on yourself, and overcoming difficulties. If you want to learn from the most successful people and not every their success, try to find out about their problems, their faces on the route to success, and how they overcame them. You will much more by reading their problems, obstacles, and roadblocks to success than by reading their successes and how perfect their lives are.
Wow.
This is
Wow,
this
great.
is a short
This is,
story.
yes, I want to say something. Yes, before I can say maybe 10, 15 days, Dr. Dragan, I see that was your mother's year uh, of the death. Uh, we are so proud on you because lost a mother in the early age is very hard. So you are struggling whole time. And I always said that our Europe is a very hard stone. We all are struggling in there in Europe for us. And as you say, helping. You know, what is fascinating for me when I see Dr. Dragan's work, he takes care a lot about the students with special needs, with students with special needs, also with the gifted students. But you know what means a student with special need? One smile of that child, and if you help and what you do, and when you get that smile, that is something really special. You know, I also do that in many organizations in my town. I do my students do that. We go monthly once to do the workshops with that student, and Dr. Dragan is doing that. That is the humanity. That is the humanity when you are in this field. And I always said medicine, education, uh, that are professions that cannot be each one person. If you don't have heart, if you don't have a sense, if you're feeling for that, you cannot do that. Dr. Dragan, uh, you are very successful. So, successful people are always facing problems, obstacles. Did that blockade you? Did that blockade you if you have the problems?
The simple truth is that many successful people did not become successful because they had no problems, obstacles, blockades, but because they did not allow anyone to stop them on the route of success. They are persistent when faced with problems. The next time you try to achieve something exacting, do not stop when something goes wrong. Expect problems. The more challenges you have in achieving your dreams, the more your ambitions and self-confidence will grow. If you know something is wrong, never give up. In the end, you will win. Take things in straight and try not focus too much on the problems. Do not be sad, and instead smile at yourself and think I am starting to succeed, because these are the key problems on the road to success. Solve the problems one by one, and you will achieve the goal you want. The good news is that there are a few problems you cannot skip. Usually, even though there is a solution to every situation or opportunity, you will skip something. You will need to think a little and work hard to solve the problem. After all, if want to achieve it easy, it will not be a great uh, uh, think before you act or work. Some problems can be avoided by simply thinking before you something. When you want to something challenging, do you seek help from ensemble people or friends to help you? If you need help, ask it. Ask if you work with other people, they understand what you want to achieve, or you know what is going on, what you are thinking in your head. If you do not take the time of, to present in clearly to other, focus on the problems that you have to solve, and if you can apply the principles I have outline, problems will arise. When that happens, make sure you determine exactly what the problem if you before you start solving it. think about the problem, development the problems from big to small, and solve them step by step.
Great. I want to say, Dragan, that we have our great Irma, our great Ima Meskoradze said, I think after achieving success, you have to work even harder not to lose it. Yes, we need to work harder. What do you think about that? Okay, so let's see what is, oh, what's your motivation guide?
My motivational guide: obstacles are those frightening moments you see the moment you take your race of your goals and dreams. One of the biggest challenges is in meeting your goals, be it productively, getting out of the bed early, changing habits, exercising, learning, exploring, or simply on the road to a happy life is finding motivating yourself and preserving along the way to achieve your goals. If you can preserve on that path long enough, you will always reach the ultimate goal. All you need is patience and motivation. Motivation is key, but you cannot always find it day in, day out.
Oh, how is that? So how this, like in medicine you are, how does motivation work? How it works?
Motivation. Before you start something with specific example and tips, if it's useful to examine what motivation is, how it's work and how it works. Motivation is what leads at the goal, what drives us when things become difficult, the reason why I get up in the morning to go to mountain, go to faculty, go to college, so on. Of course, there are many types of motivation, from positive to negative. So the best motivation is a way that allow you want something to be excited about it and to be patient about it. If you really want to find a way to be something, you will be able to keep your hard work and effort very, very long, so long to the end goal.
Wow. Dr. Queen, did Dr. Dragan motivate us? What you say? Hmm?
Yes, please motivate us. We need you to motivate us today.
Yes, yes. So he explained how the motivation work and what he is doing on that, how the successful people are always facing a problem. Talk about the most challenging phase that he faced in his professional life. So, Dr. Dragan, dealing with problem. I had on the road to success you. What do you mean with that?
There are many ways to solve problems in every problematic situation. A situation has in one solution. That is, there is a solution to everything in life, but it takes perseverance, attention, thinking, and concentration to the ultimate goal. But there are certainly a few simple principles to address them. Think before you act of work. Some problems can be avoided by simply thinking before you do something. When you want to something challenging, consider what is most likely to be a problem. If you see this, you will find that you can avoid many problems. At first, you avoid making your own problems. We case some problems ourselves. Ask yourself, if you do what you need to do you seek help from responsible people or friends to help you? If you need help, ask it. If you work with other people to understand what do you want to achieve, only you know what is going on, what you are thinking in your head. If you are not take the time to present is clearly to others. Are you paranoid and overly concentrate about what you want to do and invent a problem that do not really exist? It is so very easy to invent problems that do not exist in a reality. Focus on the problems that you have to solve. And if you can apply the principles I have outlined, problems will arise. When that happens, make you, sir, you determine exactly what the problem is before you start solving it. Think about the problem, develop the problems for big to small, and solve them step by step.
Wow. Great. Great, Dr. Dragan. Great. This is amazing. I really am inspired. And also I see our audience. Our audience is inspired and very, very happy, and they're writing whole time. We have so many audience today because we have an amazing guest. We have so great Dr. Queen and Dr. Dragan. You know, when somebody asks you for the famous person, you know that I think that Dr. Dragan, you are very known. Our great Dr. Queen, very known. So
There,
let's
there,
see.
I speak little. I speak little hard work, but hard work. Ali, evo i na hrvatski, znaš ti, ja radim, malo pričam, ali više radim.
He say on the Croatia, Macedonia, we understand each other because Macedonia, Croatia, we were
Yes.
before one country called Yugoslavia. So
Yes.
the one format country is Macedonia, Croatia, Bosnia, Herzegovina, Slovenia, Montenegro. We have that was before we were united. Now each one country is separated, and he say that he works hard and speak short. So that is what Dr. Dragan say on the on our language. Any more message, Dr. Dragan?
It's Mrs. Thank you for all, Nada. Thank you for my all collaborated for all people around the world. 2023.
Will
Focus
be
on
what?
yourself, love much, and working much.
Oh, great, great message, 2023. You know what I need to say? Dr. Dragan and me always comment, we will not work a lot and then tomorrow again. And so I think Dr. Dragan, 2023 will be like 2022 and with more works and more duties. But I wish you all first health, blessings. So everything other will come. Everything other will come when we are healthy. Our great Dr. Queen, what is your message for the end? What is your message? Our Dr. Queen inspire us, Dr. Dragan, till you were eating your lunch Christmas.
Talking.
Yes.
So please,
Yes.
so please,
Waiting me.
yes, please, you were eating till we were speaking and working, relaxing. Dr.
Thank you.
Queen didn't have a lunch because she finished her conference just few minutes before we start. So I think that we lost Dr. Dragan. We lost him. We lost him. But we are at the end. We are really
Yes.
at the end. I want to thanks our great Dr. Queen Elizabeth for this amazing session. I want to thanks to Dr. Dragan for his great story. I said at the beginning, our lives are really filled with stories. This today, what we hear from our great Dr. Queen, Dr. Dragan, this is our only, I can say, they make it very in short, in a short story, but they have so many stories. I want to thanks to our great audience. Thank you for being with us. Thank you for being very active. Thank you for that. Even I know that I see so many Georgian great educators are today with us. Even it is Christmas. Thank you. Thank you from the
Thank you.
bottom of my
Thank you
heart.
so much.
Yes, for joining us today. I want to thanks to a person who is behind, whose the success is behind him. No words to express our gratitude to our Sir Piyush because he's continuously guiding us, motivating us, putting in our best, and giving us our great IIU stage. Thank you so much. There is, I can say, there is no lack for the research skills. So you need to start your work. You need to start your research. All of us are here to help you. IIU, Dr. Queen, Dr. Dragan, me, we are erasing all boundaries to make anything. So be free, contact us whenever you need any help. Join us again. Continue following our great Dr. Queen Dragan. Girls, continue following Dr. Dragan because you know that Dr. Dragan goes, so I can say that freely. Yes, I said that really. I know Dr. Dragan and Dr. Queen from the first day that I come here on this global stages. So I can proudly say that from the bottom of my heart, deeply feelings to Dr. Queen, to Dr. Dragan. They are really the in the meaning when we say friends, not only friends, family, like a brother and sisters. So that is my feeling for Dr. Queen, for Dragan, uh, because here also in IIU we are a family, and when we are working together, I come at the end and I want to say again, relationships. It is very important. It is
Important.
very important to build a strong relationship with your friends, with your family, with your relatives. Yesterday, I was listening yesterday, day before today. There were so many great speakers on Dr. Queen's Transformational Conference. So please get to know first yourself. Get to know first yourself. Think about that. That is very important. Then, when you know that, put it in the action. Try to build it then. Set and respect the boundaries. That is very important. Always talk and listen. Today, Dr. Queen was talking, we were listening. Always try to do that, reflect and learn, and that is really the things you need to do. Respect, love, peace, and think about that. Think about and go always from yourself. Dr. Queen, your final words today. And yes, we can,
We
and yes,
can.
you can, and yes, you will.
Yes, yes, yes. Thank you so much. I want to say thank you. Express my gratitude to the founder of International Intensive University. Thank you, sir, for creating this big and great platform for every one of us to learn, to socialize, to network, and to collaborate and build our relationship. I want to say thank you, sir, wherever you are. I also want to express my gratitude to Professor Nada. You've done a great job as the president of Research Center of IIU. Thank you so much. And thank you also for being the co-founder of Europe. So
Yes, I
we are
want
looking
this way.
forward.
I want to express also public my gratitude to Sir Piyush Pandit for the trust.
Yes,
Yes, now a co-founder of IIU Europe. We will continue building a strong Europe. We have a great IIU Europe head, our great Inga Karchilava, Dr. Inga from Georgia. We have
Yes.
our great Dr. Queen. So we will make a strong IIU Europe. So
Yes.
continue.
Thank you.
Your mentor, Professor Charles, make a great Africa, and we are working on a great
Great
IIU
you.
Europe. So once again, I want to thanks to all of you. I will put now also forms for our audience. So again, thank you. Thank you so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Thank you. And at 11, we have a second day. We have another guest. So be with us. And yes, we have every day a session and be with us, learn with us, and grow with us.
With
So,
us. Yes, we can.
yes,
We
we
can grow.
can.
We grow together, we stand together, we learn together, and we impart into people's life. Because why? Yes, we can.
Yes.
And we can do all together. Thank you so much for inviting me. God bless you. Bye-bye.
God bless you and bye. Thank you.
Thank you.